EBSEX Online Support Program OSP Class 10 Week 12 Lesson 5. Our subject is Chemistry, prepared by Shazia Naz. In this video our objectives will be we are going to learn about acids and base concepts. Arrhenius concepts of acids and bases will be discussed in detail. So let us start from Arrhenius concept. Before starting Arrhenius concept, there are some general methods used to differentiate between acids and bases. So look at the diagram. Here in the first column we are having acids, and in the second column we are having base. So here are some properties that differentiate between acids and base. The first is acids are having sour taste, whereas the bases are having bitter taste. Similarly, here the word is used litmus paper. So litmus paper, as we measure the temperature by a thermometer, similarly litmus paper is used to measure acidity or basicity. It is having two colors, red and blue. So when you dip the acids, or when you are taking acids in a beaker and dip a litmus paper, you will notice that it turns the blue litmus red, and in the opposite happens with that of base. Base turns the red litmus blue. Similarly, the acids react with some metals to produce hydrogen gas. Let's suppose you are having HCl. You react it with sodium. Sodium is a metal. It will react with HCl. It will produce salt and HCl and a hydrogen gas, and dissolves carbonate salts. Carbonate salts are those that are having CO3 group. So acids will dissolve them and release CO2 in air, whereas bases are slippery to touch. Arrhenius concepts of acids and bases. According to Arrhenius, an acid is a substance that ionizes in water to produce hydrogen ion. Now look at the example. Our concept will be clear. That is, we are having HCl, hydrogen chloride. When we dissolve it in water, what happens that water molecule dissociate the compound into two portions. That is, it is producing positive ion and a negative ion. The positive ion, according to Arrhenius, will always be hydrogen ion, and the negative ion will depend on the acid that we use. So according to Arrhenius concept, acids will be always producing hydrogen ion. Now what is base? According to Arrhenius concept, bases are a substance that ionizes in water to produce OH ion. Look at the example. We are having the example of sodium hydroxide. When it is dissolved in a water, it splits into positive sodium ion and a negative OH ion. Now there is a big difference between Arrhenius acid and a base. Acid was producing OH ion, acid was producing a hydrogen ion, and a base is producing OH ion. So for Arrhenius concept, an acid must have hydrogen and a base must have OH ion. When we dissolve acids and bases in water, what will happen? That acids will give hydrogen ion and the base will give OH ion. Here are some examples of acids and bases, or you can also say that Arrhenius acids and bases. Now look at the first. All of these compounds are having hydrogen ion. Hydrogen chloride. First is, let's suppose the next in the third example is H2SO4. So here a question arises that HCl is having one proton, where hydrogen. You can also say proton or hydrogen. And the next in H2SO4 we are having two hydrogen. So those acids which upon dissociation gives one hydrogen are known as monoprotic acids, whereas those acids which upon hydrolysis will give more than one proton are known as polyprotic acids. So I am repeating again that the compounds that will give upon dissociation one proton or one hydrogen are known as monoprotic, whereas the compounds that give more than one hydrogen are known as polyprotic. All of these compounds are having hydrogen, so these are Arrhenius acids. Now look at the next, that is strong bases. All of the bases, now you can see that lithium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, rubidium hydroxide, cesium hydroxide, all are having OH group. So when we dissolve them in the water, what happens? That OH ion is produced. OH ion will be having negative charge in it. Here are the examples of Arrhenius acids and bases. Okay, we say that acids are those species which are producing hydrogen ion and bases are those species which are producing hydroxide ion. But there are some limitations of Arrhenius concept. What are these limitations? Arrhenius concept always requires an aqueous solution. So let's suppose our solvent is not water. Then we cannot differentiate that which species is acid and which species is base. It's not necessary that always we take water as a solvent. So when we are not taking water as a solvent, we cannot apply Arrhenius concept to that solution. The next limitation of Arrhenius concept is it only applies to hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. So the species which are having hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion can be differentiated by Arrhenius concept. But what for those that aren't having hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion? Let's suppose carbon dioxide present in our air, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. All of these compounds are not having hydrogen ion or hydroxide ion. So the limitation of Arrhenius concept was that it only applies to those species which are having hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. We cannot differentiate those species which aren't having hydrogen ion or hydroxide ion. Now it's time to judge ourselves. Your home task or self-assessment will be give some examples of acids and bases. You not only have to write the, let's suppose you are writing HCl. Don't write only HCl. When you are doing your chemistry assessment, write a complete equation. Write HCl, then draw the arrow and then split the HCl into hydrogen ion and chloride ion. Give as many examples as you can give. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned a lot.